New Year, and welcome to Modern Life for the 70s Mind. How you guys doing? Happy New Year. Happy 2024. I hope you guys had a good New Year and especially had a good Christmas holiday or whatever holiday it is that you celebrate, because this is definitely the season to do that. And I wanted to start 2024 off in kind of a snooty way. I'm going to say I'm going to be reacting to a classical song. I've done that once before. Um, I thought it went okay. I don't know if you guys caught that one or not, but I thought it was pretty good. Now, you know what? I like this piece so much, I really wanted to give another one a try. I am not up on all the classical lingo and stuff like that, so just kind of bear with me if I say something stupid, because I'm really just trying to react to the music and what I like about it, or if there's anything I don't like about it. So today we're going to be listening to an absolutely beautiful piece by Edward Elgar. I think some people call it Edvard, but it's Edward Elgar because we're in America. And it'll be the second movement from his very popular Violin Concerto. Elgar wrote this between 1909 and 1910. For him, that was a period really marked by significant challenges in his life. If you read about it, you'll see that he had a lot going on. Some were health issues, and his sense of impeding change in the world. Keep in mind, if you're looking at 1909 and 1910, this was written shortly before World War One, and there was a lot of uncertainty and tension in the world that was going on. And he apparently struggled mentally with everything going on. With that said, I don't know, honestly, if this concerto was a reflection of those issues, because he never really gave a specific narrative for writing this or what motivated him to write this. So we're basically stuck trying to figure out the meaning of this piece all these years later. Thanks a lot, Elgar. This specific violin concerto that we're listening to is now regarded as a masterpiece and really the cornerstone of all the violin concerto or of the violin concerto repertoire, if you want to call it that. When you compare all the different violin concertos, this one is really up at the top. It is performed and recorded by someone I just have major respect for, and that's Itzhak Perlman. I know it's been recorded by a good number of violinists, but I think Itzhak Perlman's version is the best. So officially, this is the Violin Concerto in B minor, Opus 61. If you don't know what opus means, opus is Latin for work. So basically what that's saying is it's his 61st work that he published. The full concerto consists of 4 separate movements, and I think that totals like almost going on 50 minutes, so we're not going to do that. But the 4 separate movements are the entire concerto, but we're only going to be listening to the second movement, which is called Andante. So let's go ahead and listen to this. I'll get my headphones on. The orchestra that we're going to be listening to is the BBC Symphony Orchestra, so I assume that they're quite good. So, all right, I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, we are back. I always get a little nervous reacting to these classical pieces because there was actually one I started, but it went so bad that I just never published it. It was horrible. I think it's just because I don't know all the lingo, and I struggle with it once in a while to really describe what I'm feeling. But I like this piece a lot, and I'm really hoping that I somehow manage to do this. So, real quick, if you guys like what you're listening to at the end of this video, please give me a thumbs up. That means so much for me. And if you would consider clicking that notification bell so you're notified when I release some new content. And I also have a Patreon page if you would like to consider supporting me that way. That link is below in the comment section. Okay, let's listen to this. This is Andante. It's the second movement of Edward Elgar's Violin Concerto in B minor, Opus 61. Here we go. Real quick, I do have my baton. It's actually a wooden letter opener, but a lot of times when I listen to classical music, for some reason I have this need to just conduct. So if you see me pick that up, just bear with me. He is really good. Right here. Oh, that is beautiful. I got to play that again. I'm sorry. I know I'm cutting into this, but listen to this. How he draws it out, and I believe it's the oboe that blends right in with it at the end. I went a little far back, but it's worth it. All right, so this is the part where he goes into it. Here it is. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to stop because honestly, I don't remember where the breaks are in this. But when Elgar premiered this concerto in, I think it was 1910. Yeah, 19. He wrote it in 1909 and 1910, and he performed it for the first time in 1910. This was not an immediate success. It wasn't received like, oh wow, this is great. It actually took several years for this to kind of grow on the people, and then it became extremely positive, extremely powerful, and extremely what's the word for it? I don't even know. But people were excited about it. Of all the movements in this concerto, this is the one I think is often singled out as the most reflective of Elgar's emotional state at the time. I already talked about what he was experiencing, health issues and the war coming up. And it's, I guess this is reflective because it's probably, this piece is so insanely expressive and has so much depth to it that I think it just speaks to people a little bit more. If you listen to classical music, you'll know that the violin is often the focal point, if you will, of emotional expressions in the pieces. Thus, many consider this to reflect Elgar's emotional state at the time. Coming off the aggressive first movement, which I know we didn't listen to, but it's much more, I guess, aggressive. That was a good word. It's much more aggressive than this piece is. This was a much slower, relaxing tempo. And to me, that makes this more heartfelt and meaningful because it just felt like the violin was singing to us. It was really just beautifully written and very well performed by Itzhak Perlman here. I'll probably play this to the end. It's a little bit to go yet, but let's go ahead and play this. Here we go. I like how the orchestra every once in a while really picks up and makes a kind of a bold statement, if you will. Like right here. Oh, maybe not. Here we go. Oh, he can play that. Okay, I'm just going to stop just for a second. This is really long, so I just want to say two quick things. The first the classical piece that I reacted to was the Pyrgin Suite. I had the opportunity to see that one live, and that was really an amazing thing to listen to in live. If you've been to a symphony, everything sounds so much different. Sounds that just aren't captured like on a CD or just anything recorded digitally just sounds different when you hear it live because it's like you can actually hear the strings going across the bows and stuff, and it's such a different feel to it. So I was lucky enough to see the Pyrgin Suite. I've never seen this performed, which is really a shame. I would like to. And the thing about violin concertos is a lot of them, and I don't, no disrespect, but a lot of them kind of bore me. Uh, to me, if it's just the violin, there's just not a lot happening. What I like about this is that occasionally the orchestra, albeit for a short period, will all of a sudden just kick up and just kind of remind us that they're still there. And then to me, that enhances Itzhak Perlman's playing as well. So, all right, just a couple thoughts. Here we go. This is where we go and like I replayed earlier. This is like the second time he'll do that. He comes out of it a little differently, but it's really pretty. I love this part. is too good. Oh, that is so incredibly good. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to this. Well, first off, I wrote something down. I wanted to make this point. To me, the most beautiful parts of the song are those really quiet, soft, gentle notes he hits that you almost have to strain to hear it. But man, if he isn't just playing that thing spot on, and it's just beautiful. And I love how after he hits these long, really gentle notes, I like how the orchestra kind of comes back in and takes more of the lead. But it's just beautiful. Listening to this, I can't help but have the feeling that the violin is somehow like communicating with the rest of the orchestra. There's definitely two distinct entities, if you will, at play here. The violin on its own, and then that whole balance of the rest of the orchestra. It reminds me of some, I know this is going to sound stupid, but some choreographed dance where each plays an important role in the integral, or an integral role in this entire piece. It's just really beautiful. That deep emotion that Perlman is able to pull from his violin, as well as his, like, really his technical precision when he's playing, just makes him, I think, the perfect choice for performing this. This is beautiful. Like I said, I'm not really that big on violin concertos because they do get sometimes drawn out and, I don't know, maybe a little boring, but this one I just love. And it's that dance, like I said, between the orchestra and the violin that just really keep me interested in the song. Okay, let me get my headphones off and I'll be back for final thoughts. Hold on. Okay, we are back for final thoughts. Um, how do I start this out? One of the things that I think stands out so strongly with me on this piece is how the movement opens up so simple and so serene. It just, it's beautiful right from the start. And then we move through and as we move through the piece, there's these several, I don't know, I'm going to call them outbursts, if you will, from the symphony, where the volume and the intensity just increase significantly. And I love that. That really draws me into the song. But then, as quickly as they came, they're left behind as the music only once again settles into a more calming and relaxing sound. That contrast to me of the powerful orchestra and then immediately changing gears into this softer sound, it's just really powerful. Those several small outbursts actually, I think, give power to the softer, more subtle portions of the movement. So, what does that all mean? I think it shows us the skills that Elgar had as a composer. He was really wonderful. And as he guides us through this just wide range of emotions, we kind of feel what he's feeling. And it's just really a wonderful thing to listen to. So, take this concerto and then place it in the hands of an extreme talent like Itzhak Perlman. And the contrast that we discussed already with the symphony and the violin, I think it's even more pronounced because he makes that violin sing loud and then extremely, extremely soft, where you almost have to strain to hear the note, but it's still there. He really does a great job in pulling out just every emotion possible here. As I may have already said, Perlman is known for his ability to convey, I think, these really deep, music driven emotions when he plays. And he proved that here in really an extremely big way. And for all, I guess for all the reasons that I've stated over the last 20 minutes or so, I think this is one of my all time, I'll say it, I think it's one of my all time favorite classical pieces. There's just so much depth and emotion to the song, and you just can't help but be instantly drawn into it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this because I really did. I just think it's wonderful for just so many reasons and a lot more than I'm really explaining here. So, anyways, I have plenty more classical pieces I'm thinking about reacting to. If you like this or don't like it, let me know. I don't do a lot of them, just occasionally, but I just really enjoy that, and it's something different. I hope you enjoy it too. So, okay, guys, remember, only life is priceless. Make each day count. Happy New Year. I wish you all a wonderful 2024. Peace out. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.